Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, and oracle card advisor. How are you today? I like to explain to my first timers. I see, hear, feel, sense, know, little taste, and smell. This is not an exact science. We communicate the best we can. They don't always tell us what we want to know or hear, but what we need to know or hear. So, they talk to me, but they also show me pictures. And I call it spiritual charades. So I'll describe the picture the best way I can. And they don't always give me all the little tidbits of information because they give me enough for you to know, understand what's going on. I don't need to know. I'm just the vessel that they talk through. And hopefully it's enough that at least you understand whatever they're trying to describe. Make sure and write things down if you don't understand it now, because you'll either remember it later, somebody else, like maybe in the family, will validate it later and they'll go, oh, I know what she's talking about. Or it might happen in the near future. So don't poo-poo the whole reading. One thing is, I stink at names, so I warn everybody up front. If I say she mentions a John, it might just be a male with a J or a J-O name. So you got to stretch outside the box, but otherwise I don't try to make it fit. We just talk the best way we can. It's not perfect. Your daughter's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So you had a few questions for her, so let's get started and see what the heck she might want to say. She's got anything to say first. She says, "I love you, Mom. I'm sorry." Oh, she makes me feel like I want to cry. She says, "I'm sorry I disappointed you. I know you love me anyway, but I feel like such a disappointment to you. I wouldn't hurt you for the world. You are so kind and generous. And I wanted to be kind and generous just like you. You are my hero, my rock." She's calling you her guardian. I don't know if she means guardian in the sense of guarding her like physically, like I'm the mom, I'm going to take care of you, or almost like guardian angel, but you're here and she's there. So it's kind of the opposite of, what we would call guardian. She says, "I do miss you. There's a certain perfume that she used to wear. And if you haven't smelled it yet, you will. And when you smell this, you can be in your car, you can be in the store, you can be at home, you can be outside. Doesn't matter where you're at. When you smell this, that's her letting you know that she's around." Okay. And when you get any of the signs that she might mention, because I'm sure she's showing you signs, you just don't know what they are. Tell her, "I acknowledge your sign. I love you. Bring me more." And once you start acknowledging that, oh, that's from her and that's from her, then you'll start getting more, because you'll start realizing what they are, what these little things are. And it's not always about butterflies and coins and feathers. I ask them for unique things for them that they're trying to show you, to give you something unique that's not just everybody knows the other ones. And they're wonderful. I love them. She's talking about being happy. Being happy. Not being happy. Being happy. Not being happy. Being happy. Not being happy. Like a roller coaster. Or like flipping. She's kind of showing it like flipping. Like I'm happy, then I'm not. Then I'm happy, then I'm not. And we all do that, but hers was like an extreme, and I don't know that I want to say bipolar. I'm not putting a label on her, but it's, you know, kind of like you had that real high up and then you had the real low, and then you had the real high and the real low. She says, I wanted to be the party girl. I wanted to be the popular girl. But she felt very insecure, even though she shouldn't have. She's beautiful. Hang on, I'm asking her something. And she's done answering me. Hang on. All right, so she's grabbing the remote control for the TV, or she's showing it, and she's kind of moving it. Now, objects that have mass to them, that have weight to them, are a little harder for them, some of them to do. Some of them get it right off the bat, some of them can't. But I don't know if this is going to just move, like you'll leave. Never, well, I shouldn't say never, almost never happens while you're in the same room. Usually you leave the room, you come back and you go, I didn't leave that like that, or I didn't leave that over there, or so she's just shifting it around, like showing that it's moving. But she's also playing with the buttons on it. So watch for your TV. Now she's showing in the living room, but it doesn't have to be necessarily the one in the living room. But watch for your TV to maybe change channels, maybe go off, come on, or it might just dim and flicker. I mean, it just depends on how well they know how to control it, how well they know how to use their energy. Electronic things are the easiest for them to do because they are energy, and so are the electronic things. Now she's talking like she's trying to make the volume of the TV go up, like you might be in the next room. And I'm going to say, like I said, usually it doesn't happen like when you're staring dead on at the TV, but like when you're in the next room and all of a sudden you hear the TV volume go up. You go, what the heck? But you may not pay any attention to it, but now you will. Now she's trying to show you different ways that she's going to let you know that she's there. She's showing a clock on the wall. Doesn't have to be a clock on the wall, but she's showing me a clock. And it's like the hands, well, she's showing hands on it. So it's evidently not a digital clock. And it's like the hands, like 20 minutes after, I don't know if the hour is going to make any difference. Sometimes, but she's showing the hand like 20 minutes after, and 20 minutes after may not have a significance, and it may have. She's not saying. And like the hand stops at 20 after. And then it almost looks like it goes backwards, like the clock is backing up. She does say you can't turn back time. You can't turn back time, but she's also showing this clock, so watch your clocks. You may have one that stops, you may have one that goes backwards, or seems to. She said you cannot turn back time before this happened. You can't. So Okay, she's showing, okay, she's showing herself somewhere, and there's people around looking at her. And she's laying down. There's people around, and I cannot tell how many people. First, it kind of felt like a party scene, but now this is like really, really quiet. I can't tell. Let me see how many people she's going to show, or if she is. If it's not significant enough, she may not show. I see 2 for sure, and it seems like there's a third one standing off, but I feel like there's more somewhere else. So okay, she's saying, you ask about her clothes. She's saying, I don't know if she had just gone to the bathroom or was trying to get to the bathroom because she felt sick. And she feels like she couldn't think straight. Like she couldn't, like she was in kind of a fog. She couldn't really think straight. She says, yes, I took them myself. Yes, I did. She says, nobody hurt me physically. She was hurt emotionally from somebody. And I feel like it was a male. And she also says she was trying to fit in. Trying to fit in. These people look like they're really, really scared. She says, not their fault. She says, I carry the burden of the guilt. She doesn't come across as somebody who was hardcore into this, that she was very naive about it. And they're actually showing me a needle. She was very naive, trusted the other people who knew more about it. Sorry. When they get close, my head itches like I have lice. Sorry. They make me itch. It's their energy. Oh, okay, now I'm itching. Okay, she says, tell my mom that. Okay, so we're going to change for a second. See, now I'm itching everywhere. She's over here. This is my right side. Some of these cameras make it look backwards. It's my right side, and she's making me itch over here, and then I felt it on the top of my ear. So if you get that itch like that, and her energy may affect you different. I know when my Bob comes in and he gets really, really close, my whole ear actually turns bright red and gets hotter than hell because his energy is so strong. So watch for the right side of your face. And now I'm itching again. So evidently she's going to try to do the itching thing. And you'll just think, oh, my head itches. But then think about it. It's only in one area. Only in one area. Now I'm itching here. And it's like she's reaching her energy finger, because we don't have these anymore. Reaching that energy finger out, and now she's touching me here. And it makes me itch. So you could feel it as a pinprick, kind of, or it kind of feels like, sorry, you make me itch. Or it could feel like a bug crawling. Okay, she says you either have heard or you're going to hear Mom. And sometimes when they talk to us like that, I don't hear them through this ear. I hear them through this ear. And I don't know, that may not make any sense at all to you, but I hear them telepathically. And you might hear it that way too. You may not hear it through this ear, but you might hear Mom. Mom. She's also trying to say, I love you, Mom. You'll know, even if you hear it with this ear up here, you'll know the difference, whether you're imagining it or just wanting it really bad, or if she's really talking to you. She's showing herself in your bedroom. Don't get creeped out when you're sleeping, and she's standing there watching you sleep. It's like you kind of know she's there, but maybe you're poo-pooing it, or you think you're making it up, and that's what most people do. It's only natural. So you've either seen her or you're going to see her. So, okay, as you're laying in bed, and this is the way she's showing it anyway. And she's standing kind of towards the foot of the bed, but more closer to the wall. May not be exact, but I'm going to describe the way she's showing it. And she's not, I don't want to say she's full formed. She's kind of a little bit transparent the way she's coming across to me in this picture. But when you kind of wake up from your sleep, probably the middle of the night, and you open your eyes, you will see her in your peripheral vision, out of the corner of your eye. When you turn your head, you will see nothing. It even works that way for me. Even though I can see them, I can see somebody walk through my living room out of the corner of my eye, and I turn and look, and I can't see them. I don't know why it works that way, but it does. So if you can keep from turning your head, which I can't, I still turn my head and look. You'll see something, and she doesn't look like a ghost. It's not like that. But I've only seen one actually form, no, wait a minute, I've seen three, sorry. Actually form full figure like a human being standing there. That takes a lot of their energy. That it's something kind of hard for them to do. So at some point you're going to open your eyes and see her in your peripheral vision, and you may not be able to tell her exact features. It's not a ghost. She's not a ghost. She feels very light, very bright, sad because of what this has done to you. Now she's reminding me of the exit point. What I've learned, at least in my experience, is she's got me itching back here because she's come over to this side. What I've learned is we come to this earth with a plan already formed, and we come in here with an exit point. That exit point can be stretched out, moved out a little bit, changed around in a certain time span, but we've already, like babies will come in and their exit point will be 2 days after they're here. And it's already planned that way because of how it affects the people around, the things that we learn, the things that they learn by doing it. It's too big an explanation to say in this reading, but she already had this exit point, and this is the way she needed to leave for the people around her. I know that may not make any sense without any more explanation. So she already knew that this is the time that she was going to go. She just sad because of the way it has affected you and some others. She says you need to let go of the guilt. She says, "Oh, Mom, give it to me. Please give it to me. It's not yours. It's not yours to keep. It's mine." She says you should have no guilt. She says you did right by me. I just experimented. I experimented too hard. I thought I was being a cool kid. Nope. Hang on, she's not saying anything. Okay, she says, "I know you love me. I can hear you. I can hear you. I can see you." And she is doing little things around the house. It seems like mostly around the house. At least so far, that's what she's showing me. To try to let you know that she's still there, that she can hear you. Alright, sorry. So she's showing me you in the bathtub. That and right, like when you're going to sleep or while you're asleep or right before you wake up, right, those relaxed times, if you're laying in the bathtub just soaking, if you have time, I don't. That's going to be the easiest for you to hear her. Or like sitting in a chair in the living room and your mind's not really watching the TV and your mind is kind of going somewhere else. Those times when you're kind of drifting off in thought, when it's relaxed, is probably when you're going to hear the best. She's singing the song when the ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. I don't remember the words of the whole song. She just started singing that song for some reason. She says again, "I'm sorry I hurt you, Mom. It was not my intent." Trying to find me, she said, trying to find me. Okay, I can't hear the song. There's a certain song that's going to come on the radio, so it could be when you're in the house or something, but I feel like it's more like when you're in the vehicle. And this song's going to come on multiple times, and you're going to ask yourself, is this from her? Is she sending me this song? Is this song about us? When you feel that, look around. Look around. Is there a vehicle driving by or sitting at a stop sign that looks like the one she drove? Is there her name on a billboard or a bumper sticker? Or is there something in your sight that maybe even the time on the clock in your vehicle? Or the artist singing the song might have something to do with her name, middle name. Usually there'll be two things. There'll be the song, and like when I'm driving down the road and I question, "Bob, is this song from you?" I swear on my life that I will go a couple of blocks, and there will be a vehicle sitting there like the one that he drove. Or it'll be driving past me. So watch for the second validation, and then once you get that a few times, you won't need the second validation that that song is from her. She says, my funeral was gorgeous. And it's like she's showing herself there, and she's like flowing through there, just like so, feels so soft and sweet, and I don't know what word I want to use. She's just flowing through there. She felt like a queen. She felt like a star. So whatever you did, she felt like the top dog. Okay, she's showing me again. And like I always say, they tell us what we need to hear, maybe not what we want to hear. She's showing me again, and it's like you guys are playing tug of war with a rope. And this is not real life, this is now. And the word guilt is on your end, and she's got this rope and she's trying to pull it back. She's trying as hard as she can to pull that back because it's hers, and she can deal with it easier. She has a team up there that can help her deal with the guilt much easier than we can. She wants it back. She said it's not yours. She said there's nothing you did wrong. She said she owns all of this. As much as we want to blame it on others, she owns all of this. She says, tell you again, I love you. I love you, Mom. I love you, Mom. Mom. So listen for that. But if you try really, really hard, it's harder to hear it. It's going to be when you're kind of, you know how you can read a book and you're not really reading the book, or you're watching the TV and you're not really watching the TV. It's times like that that usually are the easiest. Yeah. She said something else, and now it's gone. She's going to have to repeat it. I don't remember. You're going to tell me again. She says, know that I'm always with you and I'm always a part of you. All right. This is the first time I've been through a whole reading without them mentioning names, which I stink at. I need to quit saying that. She's mentioning the name Harold. So that may not be the exact name because that's just me. I can't for some reason. Anyway, so at least it's a male with an H or an HA name, if it's not Harold. She's not saying why she's mentioning him. She says she's not going to leave a reading for, or she's not going to leave a message, excuse me, for any of the other people right now, because this is for you. Because you need this. Oh, now she reminded me what I forgot. That she said, grief. When you're in really, really, really deep grief, it's really hard for them to get through with I love you, Mom, or the signs, and because the really deep grief, and I've been through it, done it myself, it's like a wall, and it makes no sense because you want to hear from them so bad, but it's like a wall, and they can't get through it. So once it starts calming down just a little bit, then that'll make it easier for them to interact with you. I don't quite understand it, but it's just the way it is. We're lucky we get to talk to him, period. And it's getting easier. It's getting easier over time for everybody. They want to talk to you. Now she says, Grandpa, Grandpa, Grandpa. She has a grandpa there with her. Don't know if it's your grandpa or her grandpa. She says, Grandpa. And she's excited about him being there. She said he was there when she left. He was standing there when she left. She's saying, Grandpa, Grandpa, Grandpa. She's still saying it. She's very excited about him. So even if it's a grandpa, even if it's your grandpa and she didn't know him, it doesn't matter. She knows him. We know that connection. And now she's saying, oh, how I love thee, let me count the ways. And she's like plucking the petals off a flower. She loves me not type of thing. I'm not sure what that has to do with. The car, she doesn't care about the car. So did she have a car and you were worried about getting rid of it or something? She said she doesn't care about the car. She says, actually, I don't care about any of my things. She's mentioning a ring. And that doesn't necessarily look like this. I can't see it clear enough. She's mentioning a ring. She's just showing me her hand with a ring. Which hand? So somebody has her ring. She's very attached to that ring. The other stuff she said she didn't care about. She's was attached to this ring, and whoever's got it, she's happy about it. Is somebody wearing it on a necklace? Now she's calling somebody happy, and not happy the emotion, but happy as a nickname. So nicknames are names. So if somebody has a nickname that's kind of like happy, you might have to. Sorry, I don't know why they keep giving me names when I don't get them. I don't know how I get all the other stuff and not the names. It's just the way it is. I feel very fortunate that I can get this much. I love my job. No, she says again, somebody nicknamed Happy. Now she's mentioning SpongeBob. I don't know why. Any words that they throw out, sometimes they just throw out words. She says, no, you are not keeping me tied down here. It doesn't work that way. So don't worry about that. You are not holding me here and keeping me from going someplace that I need to go, because I can do it all. And I know a lot of us have the belief that we beg for him to stay, and we're holding him, like the string on a balloon, and holding him here, when we really need to let them go, do whatever. They can still go do whatever. We can't hold them. We can't. Not where we keep them from doing something that they need to be doing. Because we actually go to the other side and we learn more. So we're not holding them here like walking zombies. It's not that way, I promise. And she says, and I did not go to hell. So whoever's thinking that, not true. Honestly, in my experience, I've not seen hell. she says, okay, this is a good start. She says she wants you to see and hear these things. So it'll kind of change your opinion about how she is and where she is. And that's what she wants for you. She's mentioning that guilt again. You've got to give it to her. You can't keep it. It's not yours. And that's for me, not her. But she mentioned it again. Okay, she wants you to start with this, and when you start realizing that she's still with you, she's hoping that will help you. And she says she does go other places, but she doesn't want to talk about it now. Not that it's bad or anybody bad, but this is for you. And she's okay. She says she just wants you to know how much she loves you and trusts you. And she says, there's nothing for me to forgive you for. She says, please be kind to the others. I'm not sure who the others are she's talking about. She feels so soft and light and bright and happy, and other than the part about making you sad, she feels so good. Okay, she's going to go. She wants you to do this step first. And then you can find one of us again, and once you start realizing the signs and everything and know that she's there, and you can do it again. Doesn't have to be me. I'm not saying that. And she's walking away going, I love you, Mom. I love you, Mom. Okay, so she's leaving. So I hope this helped you a little bit, and sorry for the little delay. Boy, there's been a lot of hiccups in my computer life lately. I actually had to go to my iPad. What the heck? I think I'm not supposed to do computer stuff, I guess. I don't know. Sorry. All right. I hope this helps. Much love to you. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, and oracle card advisor. See you later.